Facing a growing youth mental health crisis, one Bay Area organization is helping young people show up as their true selves. Joining us now is Ashanti Branch founder and executive director of the Ever Forward Club, a nonprofit dedicated to emotional wellness, leadership, and authentic connection for the next generation. Ashanti, welcome to Live in the Bay.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, we were just chatting about this in the break, and this is your 21st year of the Ever Forward Club. And first and foremost, congratulations. That is incredible.
Thank you. Thank you. I was a first-year teacher. I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew that there were some young men who were brilliant, but their grades wouldn't show it, you know? And I said, well, look, we obviously in my math class, we're not getting anywhere, so let's do it at lunch. Let me buy you lunch. I bribed them with lunch. And I said, look, you teach me how to be a better teacher, then I'm going to give you buy lunch off campus from once a week. And that's how the Ever Forward Club started in 2004.
Wow, that is incredible. And what was your mission then? What did you want to bring these young students?
I think originally it was like I see you're smart. Like, I grew up from Oakland. I was raised by in challenging situations, was by a single mother. Like, they were brilliant. Some of them were smarter than I was at their age, but they weren't showing it because smart is not cool. And so if you want to be cool and you can't be smart, then you're going to do all the things to prove you're not smart. And so I was like, dude, you're too brilliant to be failing my class. I like you, you know? And there was not a lot of male teachers on that campus as well. And so I was like, look, you have more in your life to do, but you're going to sabotage your adult self. You're only going to be young for a few more years, but you're going to be an adult for a long time. So let's work together. And some of them, you know, you invite them, they don't show up, but a lot of them who showed up, they wanted to build community. I think they want community. I think young men do want to have deep connections, but there's rules about what it means to be a man in our community that says you can't have too many close friends, you can't be too nice, you can't be too kind, or it's vulnerable, right? It's vulnerable to be called names. And so that's how we started the program, is just over lunch.
Wow. Yeah, I love to hear that. And I know that the impact that you've made has been immense over all of these years. And it's cultivating with a conference. Last year was the first one. Tell me about the success of that one. Yeah,
so the Global Young Men's Conference was inviting young men in our community to come local here, to come together to have a day of fun and food and brotherhood and community. And what we did is we brought them together. We had speakers in the morning, 3 speakers from local speakers, a rapper, Jay Walt, John Green from another organization, and Mario, who's a local content creator, to like give them some tips and tools about growing up. And then we had these activities in the afternoon, physical activities, art, education. So they got to pick 2 different activities. So there was a cold plunge, and it was a way for them to say, look, how about we come together for one day, 6 hours of fun and food and brotherhood, where we're not trying to prove anything, we're not trying to fix anything, we're just trying to be ourselves. And I think it was really beautiful.
Yeah, incredible. Wow. I got to know about the Million Mask movement. Tell me about that and the importance.
So the Million Mask Movement, our work was first featured in a documentary called The Mask You Live In. I was a dean at Fremont High School in Oakland. We did this activity around masks. The mask is, here's what I let the world see. Here's what's on the front of the mask. And then here's what's happening on the back of the mask. The back of the mask are things I don't talk about. I don't get to talk about. I don't feel safe talking about. And we helped them realize that they're not the only ones. And so with the mask activity in that documentary, it became a movement. So our goal is to reach 1 million people around the world. We have reached so far about 90,000 people from 100 different countries. We have a long way to go to get to 1 million. As a math teacher, I know it's a long way away, but every mask is a way for someone to say, I'm not alone. It's not just me. And that's the work,
Incredible. Like I said, I just love the work that you're doing. You know, why is it so important to focus on youth and them, you know, getting in touch with their emotional side and learning how to navigate all of those emotions?
Well, I think that we see there's a crisis in mental health right now, and I think the challenge with young people is that they know that there are certain rules about what they can say, not say. When people ask you how you're doing, do you just say, I'm fine, I'm good? Is that the expected answer, or do you get to tell them the real answer, how you feel? And so what we realize is that when we give people a recognition like, oh, I'm wearing a mask, he's wearing a mask, they're wearing masks, so it's not just me, then maybe I can have deeper friendships with the people I really care about. I really want to build deeper relationships. Maybe parents can ask their children deeper questions than just surface, how was your day? Because ultimately, if I know that it's going to burden you by telling you the real stuff, then I'm not going to burden you. You know, when my mom asked me how I was doing, I knew what answer she wanted to hear, so I gave her the answer she wanted to hear. Not saying she didn't care about how I really felt, but she didn't want to hear that I was bullied. And what was she going to do about it? You know, I didn't know she could solve the problem, so I just kept it to myself.
Yeah.
And so what we young men we work with and young people all over is like, you're not alone. It's not just you. How can we find the healthy people in your life you can talk to?
Yes. Well, how can people reach out and learn more information and maybe be a part of the Global Young Men's Conference?
Yeah, so our next conference will be November of 2026. So they can go to our website, everforwardclub.org, and everyone can make a mask at millionmask.org as well. And it's a 3-step process, anonymous, and we think that it's changing lives.
Okay, Ashanti, this is so amazing. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
And we look forward to everything that you'll be doing, continuing to support our youth. We really appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.